Just a few days ago, on February the 24th, our Member of Parliament, Honourable Marci came to visit us, and we are so grateful. The visit has come at the most perfect time, the pre-launch of a free community program. So we will take this opportunity to let our community know about some recent news that is very exciting. Heart to Heart will be providing free naloxone kits and in-person training to anyone who wants one within our community. The Canadian Red Cross Opioid Harm Reduction Project is now available nationwide. The opioid poisoning crisis in Honourable Marci riding in Toronto Centre has been at an all-time high. It is the epicenter of opioid-related deaths in Toronto. The opioid poisoning crisis has also impacted the entire nation. According to a recent study, from January 2016 to June 2020, there was a total of 32,632 apparent opioid toxicity deaths in Canada. It is important to remember that each number represents one human life. Like my friend Natalie, and so many more just like her.
The upstairs tenant heard the dogs barking and the cat was scratching at the door, and so she thought it was very peculiar, and so she climbed over that gated area.
Yes.
And she looked through the window, and then she found my friend Natalie
Through the window.
So that was on March the 3rd. So
How many years ago?
4 years exactly to this time. Yeah. And so, thank you. Just to think that she was here with an opioid addiction. She didn't tell me. And when I think why she didn't tell me, I immediately think of stigma. And she was ashamed. And so if I could go back and if I could basically tell her that I will not judge you. It's way more important to keep you alive than to worry about someone shaming you. So obviously I can't go back and tell her that. But what I can do is I can give people the training.
3 years before Natalie passed, I also lost my best friend of 18 years to causes related with HIV/AIDS and homelessness. Garth Johnston. In loving memory of Garth and Natalie, the Johnston Bray Initiative was born. At the height of COVID-19, opioid poisoning deaths skyrocketed. We created a free training program called Peer Support Responder and offered it to community members and frontline workers most at risk of experiencing or witnessing opioid poisoning. We co-created a training program with people who use drugs and frontline workers, an urgent call to action by the community and for the community. A grassroots initiative from the streets up. With more than 250 community responders trained, the Johnston Bray Initiative is now the Community Responder Network, a new not-for-profit organization.
Thanks, Marci.
Thanks for all that you're doing. And you know what, Nick? You shared that Natalie helped you in so many ways, right? In so many ways. So obviously she had a great love for you, right? And look at what you're doing. Like, she helped you do that, right?
She really
Even
did.
through this.
Oh,
Even through this, she helped you do that.
I feel her hand on my back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marci.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad to. Oh my gosh.
Anybody who wants a naloxone kit is going to come to Heart. Do it could be a 5-minute training,
Okay.
it could be a 2-hour training, And then at the end, we're going to distribute naloxone. So Heart to Heart is now officially an opioid education naloxone distribution center.
Which is excellent.
For the community here.
For the community right here.
The riding that you're in, and all Torontonians. So
ideally, when people come in for this training, how long do you want them to be with you? Like, I know they could come for 5 minutes.
What a good question.
But what is the optimum?
We are going to meet the person where they're at.
Okay.
And so if they are, someone who's like experiencing homelessness and they only have like 5 minutes,
right,
then we'll do a 5-minute training session. So
The Canadian Red Cross Opioid Harm Reduction Project is now available nationwide. There is an online course right now that extends to all Canadians across all provinces except Quebec. It is funded by Health Canada's Substance Use and Addictions Program. All those who complete this free online course will also get a naloxone kit. Participants will receive their kit by mail and anonymously if they prefer. The training and kits can also be available through in-person training, and that is exactly what Heart to Heart will be offering: in-person and hands-on training with a naloxone kit. We will roll out this program across various Heart to Heart locations, starting at our headquarters in downtown Toronto. For more information about our program, please visit us at www.heart2heartcpr.com/OHR. Once again, thank you for this true blessing. To have our MP and federal minister request a visit now is beyond coincidental. I feel it is the divine work of my dear and late friends who are no longer with us today. We would like to acknowledge and thank all of the people that helped with our peer support responder program.